And then we get Donald Trump and his first segment, where he is complaining about his sandwich. He basically had decided he was supposed to be frightened of the boogeyman, and he was like, I'm not going to be doing that.
You're not going to be frightened of the boogeyman?
No.
Right,
so the boogeyman pops up from behind a sofa, and Trump has started ad-libbing a big thing about going, they won't even give me a sandwich. I want a sandwich. Can't even get a sandwich.
He managed to suck the life out of all of the comedy in these pieces.
First of all, Vince, your grapefruits are no match for my Trump Towers.
Oh, man. Yes, two of them?
He's doing it himself. They've obviously given him a script and a thing, and he's like, I won't be doing that.
Yeah.
But apparently he was ad-libbing the sandwich thing. Totally. So it goes live, and he's like, I want a sandwich. I haven't got a sandwich. And Miss World is sitting next to him. And one of the sort of lines that he says, which is slightly under his breath, he just sort of says, I'm sitting here with Miss USA 2006. She's been no help. She hasn't got a sandwich. She's a useless lump. Useless lump.
Horrible.
Absolutely awful. So when they do come out together, you just get the impression that he's just been sitting there the whole time with her, just going, you shit your stupid mouth.
Jesus Christ.
Don't cry about the lump references, stupid bitch. Awful. Horrible.
This is ridiculous. You know, we've got a stadium outside, like almost 100,000 people. The place is packed. Vince McMahon doesn't get me a sandwich. I have no food. I have nothing to drink. I have our former Miss USA here, Tara, and she's got nothing. I mean, she's sitting here like a lump. It's ridiculous what's going on.
McDonald had a farm.
Hold on a second.
E-I-E-I-O.
Yeah. It just didn't make any sense. I mean, the boogeyman styled it out.
Yep.
He kept on going at it.
He did his thing.
The boogeyman sort of went, I'll do it.
There is something horrible about like having to deal with billionaires, right? And I say this having
I have so much.
I have met one.
Have you met one?
Yeah, I have met one.
What were they like? No names.
Do you know what they are? They were nice, but you were super aware the entire time that you were talking to a billionaire.
Yeah.
I just kept thinking, they could just have me killed.
I'm sort of thinking of like, who's the most rich person? And remember the bloke who's in, it's a TV show about science geeks.
Big Bang Theory. Yeah.
Young Sheldon, like grown up Sheldon.
Yeah.
Sheldon. And he and he was doing a terrible film with Rihanna, like a CGI sort of thing. He was the voice. And I was interviewing him and I was thinking, you get like 5 million per episode for your piece of shit TV show.
I undoubtedly there'll be people who listen to this podcast who watch Big Bang Theory and enjoy it.
I'd like them to stop listening to
Please do stop listening to this. This is no longer for you.
The thing that annoys me is they seem to conflate computer geeks and people knowing about science, and then some days they'll go to like a Renaissance fair and he'll suddenly be an expert on history and socio-political history. I'm like, no, you can't be a geek about everything.
All geeks.
It's just so anti-knowledge.
All geeks are geeky about everything. That's the way it is.
Yeah, they know everything, don't they?
Not like real men who are into Formula 1.
NASCAR.
I mean, imagine, I'm into Tudor history. Let's do a sitcom about this guy. Really? Yeah, it won't be funny. Good. There we are.
But in summary, Donald Trump is rubbish.
Yeah, he sits there. She's not got any food and she's sitting there like a lump. He says about Miss USA. Who looks.
Respect.
I mean, I always think with these people who are in like Miss World and stuff, they must go, well, yeah, but I mean, there's more to me than that and everything. And it's just when you're put in those scenarios where you're sitting on that sofa with Donald Trump and the boogeyman shouting behind and Donald Trump is calling you a lump, you must just go, this is absolutely a toxic environment that everyone said to me, this is what it might be like. And somehow I've allowed it to happen. I'm just sitting here. And rather than taking my shoe off and putting it through this and then little boogeyman comes out as well. And Trump just stares at him, which makes everything seem ridiculous and absurd.
Hang on, what?
There's a little person who comes out who is little boogeyman.
I thought it was just a boogeyman.
No. The second one is a
what? I thought that was boogeyman.
Performer.
I just thought he was kind of kneeling.
No.
Like Gary Oldman in the film.
No. So the sort of joke, I presume the joke would be that Boogeyman came out and Trump should have been scared.
Right.
And then
he's scared.
Then I presume he should have said to Miss USA, I wasn't scared of that guy. I'm not scared of him at all.
Yeah.
And then he'd turn around and there'd be little Boogeyman and he'd go, That is a basic sketch.
That is a basic sketch, yeah.
That's a basic sketch.
Instead, he goes,
I want a sandwich.
my sandwich is here. And then he tries to eat the little boogeyman.
Come back,
like
you
worms.
lump. Watch me eat a human being, he says.
You wouldn't believe this. Listen, if you're going to get me, you know what I want you to get? I want you to get me some food. I want you to get it now. I'm hungry. Got a lot of people out there. I'm going on soon. Get me some food, okay?
I'm the boogeyman, and I'm coming to get you.
And then we get to The Undertaker versus Batista. The most surprising match.
Why is it the most surprising match?
I think because on paper, certainly when this came out, you were like, oh, two big guys, yeah, okay. So we've seen Kane and Khali.
Yeah.
So we're going to get that. And what no one had actually really sort of taken into account was that both of these men were incredibly pissed off that they weren't given the main event.
Is that right?
Yes.
Oh.
So Batista has talked about this again and again and again because this for him I think was a very key moment. So he said on the Jim Ross podcast, he said that his match with Undertaker should have been the main event. He was the world champion. Undertaker was a huge star.
Yeah.
The Cena versus Shawn Michaels one, as he said, it wasn't going to end with a title change. Well, what would be better than ending WrestleMania with a big title change that The Undertaker, who is a huge star.
The streak is on.
Yeah, exactly that. So he said, I was really upset we weren't the main event. I just felt like we should have been. We deserved to be. I know with the exchange of title and everything, it was just more significant a match. And I also just felt like Take, he doesn't call him Taker.
Oh, nice.
That's a little inside term, isn't it?
I'm gonna kick on Take.
So I just felt like Take deserved that to be the main event and it should have gone on last. So I had a chip on my shoulder. I felt we got robbed of that top spot. We should have had it. I think we had the match of the night. I believe personally we stole the show. I'll just kind of leave it at that. He says, nice bit at the end where you're sort of going, I mean, I'm the best. We had the best. We were absolutely the best. I won't say anymore. You don't need to. This is a absolute sodding banger.
Yeah.
It's really good. I know you love Dave Batista.
I do.
He's like your personal chum.
I just think he's lovely. I want to be his friend. I like he does the Ultimate Warrior rope shaking at one point. I'm like, yes, come on.
It's one of those things but Dave Batista is very good at this. He defies a lot of your expectations, and he defied a lot of people's expectations by becoming a huge star. He defied a lot of people's expectations by becoming the bigger star than Randy Orton, who was the one who was groomed.
Right.
You know, he defies it in this match. He defies everyone when he was like, I'm leaving wrestling to become a movie star. You know, what? Like the fucking Rock, mate. Yes, exactly like the fucking Rock. I'm in Blade Runner, I'm in Guardians of the Galaxy, and I'm in a James Bond film. You know, he just keeps on defying expectations. I think as well, like even on Twitter, when you see the sort of stuff that he tweets about and how right on he is and how like intelligent and funny and everything, he just defies expectations. I think he's just an amazing performer. At the time, people thought he was good. When he did matches like this, people were like, Jesus Christ, he could be a Hall of Fame career. And I still think he's so underrated. You see stuff like this, and if he was around today, he would be absolutely a monster. A monster talent. He started late as well. He was 30 when he started wrestling, you know, and he had such a short window. And to be as good as he is in this, I mean, it blew my mind how good this was.
Look at this! Tombstone pile driver! Wow! There's two! We have a new world champion! Oh my God! Here's your winner and the new world heavyweight champion, The Undertaker! 15-0! 15-0 at WrestleMania, and none bigger than what The Undertaker accomplished tonight. And
What would
we're
be
back.
better than you going out as Batista or The Undertaker, fighting all that time, delivering an absolute banger
Career best, some might say.
that you get back and you go, oh, I bet afterwards they had to go, shitting hell, that was good. No! They cut to a vignette with Vince McMahon welcoming his new granddaughter.
Yeah.
Although you never see the child.
Yeah, it's a point. It's from the point of view at one point of the baby.
It cuts suddenly and it's POV, so you are the baby. And Vince McMahon's your granddaddy. And he's talking to you in a little voice, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, he's
getting angry.
He's getting angrier and angrier and angrier. What was this about? I watched it.
It's like a cheese dream, let's face it. But what happens is it builds, you see. It builds two things. One is that Vince McMahon, for some reason, occasionally likes to drop into WrestleMania that he's had a grandchild.
After the match was over, I broke down because my entire family was there. I went over and I hugged my dad. I got one of my first pats on the back that night.
Yes. And it's almost like his way of sort of like
reminding that I'm still virile. Look how virile I am for an older, gentleman.
Well, he gets very. There's a big thing about virility coming up with the hair versus hair thing, which is a really weird undercurrent about what Vince McMahon believes, which is really strange. But I think this one is as well, that he's like, I don't want people to think that I'm sterile. I want to remind them that I've got progeny. I mean, it really is on a dynasty and all this. So you get this baby thing, but it builds basically to Vince starts going, pooey poggy, his face says, and it builds to the line, do you smell what I smell? She just took a trump.
Yeah.
She just took a trump.
They don't use that word though, do they?
My 8-year-old grandson wrote this. No, they don't. I mean, America, it doesn't come up. I mean, it's bizarre.
Brits do use the word trump. So
they do, and I can't work out whether or not it was like a that was supposed to be it, or it would be like he's just saying that a shit he calls a trump, like you might say, like again, if it was in this country, Brian Dixon in the same scenario would say, that baby's just filled its knickers, filled its pantaloons with sal and sugar.
Which is
the name that I give to tummy chocolate. I'd love to redo the whole of WrestleMania as if it was in an alternate reality, like Alan Moore did, like it's sort of like a sort of like V for Vendetta version of history. But this is just what it would be like if WrestleMania had come live from Burnley.
I don't mind it. I don't mind it
1985. God, Alfred Haynes would be the one single connecting thing.
Yeah,
that'd be great. Do you know what, Pete? I'm so excited about that. I actually have begun sort of going, I've got to concentrate on the notes now because all I want to do is think about what that WrestleMania would be like.
Swimming, your eyes are swimming.
What would the steel cage not? It would be a rabbit hutch. There'd be a rabbit hutch.
A UK-based rabbit hutch.
God, doesn't matter. Miles away. I don't want to do this podcast anymore. I want to get to the pub and talk about this. Then we get the Hall of Fame.
Yay! More of this, please.
The Wild Samoans, Afa and Sika, who are the very famous Samoan dynasty. Afa is the dad of the Tonga Kid and Samu, who were very big in the late 80s.
Okay.
And Sika is the dad of Rosie. More importantly, they are the uncles of Umaga, Rikishi, The Rock, and the great uncles of the current superstars, the Usos.
When they come out, one of them is really into doing the face and the other one isn't.
That's sweet. They also, when they were at WrestleMania, there was a year where Roman Reigns was due to beat Brock Lesnar. And it was changed at the last minute so that Seth Rollins would cash in his money in the bank during the match.
Right.
And the Samoans had turned up to see Roman Reigns win, and it had been changed, I think, pretty much on the day.
Right.
And they were so furious that they were properly. And this is probably 10 years after we see them coming out here.
Yeah.
But the image of those two just going absolutely incandescent, trying to beat up everybody when they must have been about 75. I mean, God bless old wrestlers. Mr. Fuji comes out.
Yes, Banzai, he shouts.
Yeah, he shaved his tash for the first time as well. And who else is in? Jim Ross, Mr. Perfect, Jerry Lawler.
Yes, Jerry Lawler. He name checks Priceline.com, dating this immediately. And Viagra.
Doesn't it? And Viagra.
A little joke about Viagra. William Shatner gives in the...
Yeah. I think they'd done something on Raw together, Raw is War, in 1994. But yeah, it was not the right choice. And then Dusty Rhodes. So you get to see the debut of Cody Rhodes, who sort of inducted his father along with Gold Dust.
All my life I've wanted to be exactly like my dad.
Your next inductee, the American Dream, he was the greatest talker in the history of this business.
Truly, tonight, I have wined and dined with kings and queens. Thank you.
Nice to see when they come out as well. Jerry Lawler finally in a lineup. That's overdue.
Good.
And well done, Mr. Fuji, for not fucking up sitting in a wheelchair. That was absolutely textbook by the Fuge.
Laura. Oh, Laura, my baby. Oh, Laura, my baby. Oh.